Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Combat 7. Yeah, some of it is about 3:30 my time and I posted for 4, but I didn't know how long steak lunch at work would be. It got out earlier than I thought, so whatever. But anywho's. um, But today, we're going to be looking at the cutting edge in the experimental aircraft series. Um, Starting with the experimental, we're going to look at Stonehenge Defensive first.
Our counteroffensive has changed the course of the war.
Screen replay is
However, the western part of the
lot
continent
slower.
and the area.
It's like a full 4 seconds. Oh well. So, our first aircraft on the list is the great. Doing that connecting to chat bullshit again. Lovely. First aircraft on the list is the F-15 SMTD. This new and improved experimental F-15 is equipped with 2D thrust vectoring nozzles and large canards for increased air combat maneuverability. This aircraft takes even greater command over the battlefield than its predecessor, overwhelming both air and ground. Whatever, I can't read it, and for some reason the whatever. It might be the UI font. Anyway, so some real strange stats. The SMTD was built by McDonnell Douglas. Its first flight was in 1998. Its final flight was in 2009. And its primary operators were the USAF and NASA. In real life, it was actually called the F-15 STOL-/NTD. And it stands for Short Takeoff and Landing / Maneuver Technology Demonstrator. It is a heavily modified F-15. It is currently retired from both NASA and military service. And it was primarily used to demonstrate both canards and thrust vectoring. Only one was ever built, and I'm pretty sure I want to say it went on to becoming a museum plane. Like it's in a museum somewhere. Yeah. National Museum of the Air Force in Dayton, Ohio is where it is currently. But as for our other things, why does it keep going with ads? Our armaments, we are armed with 108 AIM-9M Sidewinders, as well as 22 AIM-9X Sidewinders in the high power variety. We've also got 28 AIM-7 Sparrows, although these are the HVAAs, so more akin to AMRAMs than actual Sparrows, but whatever. And then what used to be the FAED, but it's now... why does it keep connecting to chat? What the hell? Turn off some things. But anyway, these are actually the SWEB, shockwave explosive bombs. The model is just a BLU 96 painted black. You get 20 of them. Parts. You're gonna take off. Oh, I do have special bonfire stuff on. Okay, good. And then as for liveries, we've got the base Eagle Gray for our Rouge or Osu skin. The Rouge skin is the Fenris camouflage. Number 3 is the active livery, or the NASA livery. 4 is Mage. 5 spare. 6. 6 is a skin mod. This one is called... if I can just pull things. This one is called the Cometa by Orion 962C. It's a Marion. I love it. You look at, I know, right? And we've got the Ace Zero Sorcerer. Got General Resource. And then we've got the Dice. We're gonna go with Cometa. Partly because it's black, blue. Also partly because it's a Marion. Now originally I was gonna do this on Unexpected Visitor to, you know, show off its aerial capabilities. But then I realized it doesn't have the ammo to last. But it does have big bomb. Like always.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that, my program will bring down the Arsenal bird.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman,
Alright.
Specialist. We're now
Yeah,
commencing
the
operation
placement
to destroy the
of
Arsenal
Burb
bird.
is
It's gonna be a
pretty
long
good.
fight. Don't waste
At
the
least
ammo.
see my damage and my
Stonehenge, huh? It's bigger than I imagined. Uglier too.
weapon.
Look at
Yeah.
that mess of cables. Generator trucks to run it. Are we sure that thing's even gonna fire? Seriously, I mean, how old is it? If it doesn't, then our luck is worth trying. I'd get praying about you. Well, if it works, it'll bring down even an Arsenal bird. Big if. And it'd have to hit.
Enemy tanks ahead. Located an enemy tank. Broadcaster.
Storm confirmed. Help is on the way.
Listen up. Our job is to defend here. That's all, you got it? This should be easy. Go on your paycheck.
That's half of Menhir 5's area
This is
providence.
Menhir 6.
One is
The
more
enemy
than
ground
enough.
forces
They're
have been
all threats.
eliminated. Much obliged for the air support.
Yeah,
This time,
I actually like the shock bombs mod better than the shock missile.
Vehicle eliminated. All enemies attacking Menhir 5 have been eliminated.
I don't know why.
That ought to show them. In the clouds.
Probably because you still have to put yourself at some risk in order to use the shock bombs.
47 to 97.
Alright, that does it. My internet seems to be a little laggy because it keeps saying welcome to the chat room, welcome to the chat room. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna try something. Just gonna see what happens if I do this. Okay. I don't know why my internet's laggy today, but hopefully that will stop it. I don't know. So I'm worried is it keeps connecting and reconnecting to chat, I'm not going to be able to read it.
Linked up with ground and air support and are ready to drive the enemy back.
Additional hostiles inbound.
Which is kind of important.
Bombers bearing 190. Stallions won't survive a bomb run. You have to stop them.
Menhir 7, they're gone.
Destroy those closest to our allies first.
Menhir 7 here. Enemy aircraft approaching. They're gonna clean this place out. We don't get air support, we're dead. Allied aircraft, don't worry about us. Take out those bombers.
There's the bomb.
We've only got 60% green. We've got 30% yellow. 10% is red. Well, it has been sitting here rusting away for the past 20 years. I'd say it's glitches are to be expected. Hurry and verify the reds and yellows.
Roger.
Son of a bitch.
Target acquired. It's right with the moving 17.
All hostiles advancing towards Menhir 6. Ground forces haven't noticed yet.
Let's take out the enemy while our friends are still on their feet.
Where's air support for Menhir 7? We can't do anything.
Hostile bomber destroyed. Nice work. Keep Stonehenge safe for us.
Is that thing really gonna fire?
Power level is at 40%. 42%.
Come on, damn it! Come on, baby, be good. We need you.
Menhir 7, enemy reinforcements. They're attacking in waves.
What the hell? You're supposed to be the ones on the offensive. How did they get us on the ropes?
We wiped out half of them.
All right. Yeah, one thing I like about the MSTD is its speed and maneuverability compared to that of normal Eagle. But I gotta say, I'm not a fan of canards. They are big and elephant ear-like. Granted, they are kind of mostly aft of the cockpit, but still, I'm not a big fan of those.
Lead the enemy aircraft to the LRSS. Our target is on the ground. Oh, baby, we're saved! Whoever is flying the plane with 3 lines, I'm buying you a beer later. We successfully defeated Menhir 7. Good work, everyone.
Next action is...
The LRSSG. Without them, we probably would have been
Bombers.
Engage the enemy reinforcements. We're ready to take it to them.
It's like goddamn whack-a-mole out here. I'm already exhausted.
Grit your teeth and
Yeah, these are the shock
remember that the
bombs.
fate of the whole war depends on this mission. We've already done everything we've got at Stonehenge. What's it gonna take?
I love mods.
We just need to hold out for a little longer. That should take care of the reinforcements facing Menhir 5. Get going. More bombers. They're high. Altitude 8,000. They're at 150. The enemy's going all out, too.
Railgun power supply is... Damn it. Numbers aren't going up.
Bypass to the auxiliary condenser.
Come on, damn it.
Target is hit.
We can see the smoke from here. Get those bombers.
Yeah, and single-handedly.
The smoke with the 3 lines. It's gotta be him. I got the guys. Enemy missile detected.
Cyclops 4, Fox 2.
Hostile is alive. Goodbye.
There we go.
I'm in position. He's mine. I didn't think fighters were capable of maneuvering like that. It must be the LRSSG.
He dodged it.
Missile strike. Enemy missile detected.
I probably didn't need to double fire that. That was Mirage.
Fox 2. Locked on.
Also, the engine nozzles here. Not big fan of how boxy they look. I get it. It was America's first real attempt into thrust vectoring. So they're more or less proving the concept. So looks weren't really a thing. Now the tech here, or what NASA and the Air Force learned through these thrust vectoring demonstrations, they put to use in the Raptor.
This is Glitter. Mission accomplished. Looks like I made it in time. But that damn LC army. Wish they had to go and use civilians as their survey techs. I've had to take them out.
More guests. Bombers and their escorts. Bearing 170.
Shit. I'm gonna go smack them down, but those fools below are hanging on by a thread. You want me to choose?
Power level.
Yeah, choose the bombers.
Take our shot?
Because I killed all the ground targets.
Let's wait till 100.
I guess you're right. Give the
Actually, they're low
one
enough.
last check while we're waiting.
Roger.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Hello, Ross. Welcome to stream. Yep, we're using the big boom bomb.
More bombers approaching. Move it.
Hi, Sly. Welcome to stream.
That helo-borne assault from the northeast.
Oh no, this is the first of 6.
Stop them.
We're doing both the experimental aircraft and cutting edge aircraft series today.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed. Almost there. This should all be over soon. This is one ugly battle, but what a story for my kids.
So we start with the active and the SMTD, and we end with the MiG-35.
Strider 1, don't rise up.
Whoops, wrong way. Alright, you'd think. Sleep. So ah, gotcha. So you're gonna try and use me to put you to sleep? I see how it is. It says I'm boring.
Okay, the healing unit's all yours, Trigger. Lead the way and eliminate the enemy. Cyclops will take the rocket unit. Roger that. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Yeah. These guys are definitely close enough to the ground.
Just focus on doing your job. They will handle their job to protect us from the enemy outside.
Oh. You have like a migraine or something?
Target acquired. Helo assault unit is down. If they had infiltrated Stonehenge, it would have been all over. Good work. Cyclops squadron has eliminated the rocket unit. Keep it up.
I was like, ah,
You've given my program
fair enough.
a lot of the time it needs. Stonehenge will be ready to fire shortly.
Stand by. I'm picking up something on my radar.
But I did finish Stray yesterday. The cat game. Do you know what causes your insomnia? Like, can they give you something for that?
I have visual. Arsenal bird confirmed. Here they come. A swarm of UAVs is launching from the Arsenal bird. Keep them away from Stonehenge.
Force off control. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn that.
How long till we can fire? Firing at 60. Keep us safe till then.
Setting yourself a schedule will help in trying to achieve it. Yeah. Maybe it's easier for me because I'm a wage slave. So I have to be awake for certain hours of the day for 8 hours.
We have confirmation. Live projectile is loaded. Power level is at 100%.
Gotcha, yeah. You might need to set alarms for like, hey, wind down, go to bed.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I know when I got furloughed from Enterprise for a while there, I had to do that.
Stop the countdown. Lost the target. Starting to shut down? On? This stupid thing is flying in the open.
Because yeah, it's like being up at night.
Survey vehicle down.
I know it does. Like, trust me, I know.
Without those, I'm sorry.
Happens to me every weekend when we do D&D. We go on Saturday night. Since I don't have to get up early on Sunday, we
That's something.
tend to go to about midnight or later.
Come on,
And then I have to spend Sunday trying to recover.
Attention, all personnel. We have a change in the mission. We will now be using direct fire to shoot down the Arsenal bird. Listen, attack the central propellers. If you can destroy them, the Arsenal bird will slow down.
But one thing that having a strict schedule will give you a sense of, Sly, that might help, is a sense of control. You may not be able to control everything that's going on in the world, but you can control your own damn sleep schedule. And I know that sense of control can really help. Shut up, Count! I already took care of the propellers. Why haven't you killed all the drones, you asshole?
Unbelievable. Stonehenge came with honest-to-goodness range tables? Well, isn't that curious?
Guess they knew what they were doing.
This whole operation is crazy. Well, only a total madman could bring down the arsenal bird. Cooling system active.
Give us the UTM coordinates under the arsenal bird, and we'll calculate the range. And I need you to be exact.
No, I understand that, Sly. Trust me, I've been where you are.
I have to eject. Lancaster.
So I know this, it's a easier said than done thing.
Give me a second. It's been a while since I've seen something this archaic. Does the angle on this table account for wind and Coriolis force?
We can see the ocean flag from here. Not much wind. The rest is just instinct.
Yeah.
Cyclops 4 has been hit. Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Well.
We can't lose any more allies.
Knock that off.
You know yourself better than I do.
Get back to base.
Trying to offer solutions. I don't like when my friends are suffering, so I try to
Power
help.
level is 100%.
Just go way down where the siege comes with missile alerts. If you find missile alerts soothing, you've played Ace for too long.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Adjusting angle.
3, 2,
Alright, so.
fire! Hit, damn it!
Hey, dude. Who's here? I was Arsenal Bird Liberty, right? Justice is in Lighthouse.
Is it really over now?
So that's how Liberty dies.
Lehman, this victory belongs to you.
A railgun shot
It's a good
through the
lesson on the importance of manual control.
through the APS.
Today's MVPs are the LRSSG.
Sorry, I was trying to make it funny with the vengeance
The
thing.
Ocean's big shots. We can win if we follow them. The Ocean's big shots.
You mean the Ocean Big Shot? Looks like we're on the offensive now.
And now to add insult to
His defensive range dropped along with that arsenal bird. That just means more pie for us. Are we gonna eat the whole thing? Raz is always hungry for more. They've got a bottomless appetite. But enough about that. Get some rest now before the counterattack.
Got our hands dirty for nothing.
I saw episode 3 in theaters too. I was in high school. I believe it's sophomore in high school. Because I think that came out in 2005. Yeah, those Erusian agents probably should be saying their prayers. Alright, so next one on the list.
The mission succeeded, but at a great cost. This victory marks a strategic turning point. The enemy has only one arsenal bird left, and the defensive grid around the space elevator has been decimated. We can expect a counteroffensive by Ocean forces everywhere.
Okay. We're heading to pipeline destruction. We could have also done Long Day. Long Day would have worked for this one, but whatever. Alright, so this next one is the F-16XL. A prototype bomber based on the F-16. With cranked arrow wings, it boasts greater mobility and more weaponry than the original. Its excellent maneuverability at low speeds make it a formidable force against ground targets. Some real strange stats. This was manufactured by General Dynamics. Its first flight was in 1982, and it retired in 2009. Its operators were the United States Air Force and the National Air and Space Administration. No, National Aerospace. NASA! I'm confusing NASA and the EASA. National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Okay. Oh, this is one of your favorite attackers, Sly? Which would my favorite attacker be? I do like the A10 and A6. But if we're just doing IRL attackers, it'd be the A10 or, as much as I hate to say it, the War Duck, the fullback. If we're including fictionals, I mean the Fragata is pretty nice. Didn't appreciate the XL and sensitivity. Fair enough. Alright, so, real strange stats. The F-16XL was General Dynamics entry into the United States Air Force's Enhanced Tactical Fighter competition in 1981, but lost to the F-15E Strike Eagle. 2 prototypes were shelved until being turned over to NASA for additional aeronautical research in 1988. Both were fully retired in 2009 and are stored at Edwards Air Force Base. One of the 2 aircraft has since been put on display. The testing at NASA was primarily done for laminar flow, which I don't think we've seen an aircraft. I mean, I think the aircraft that has benefited the most that we know about from this laminar flow research has probably been the Super Hornet. However, I would not be surprised if the F-47 and whatever the don't pause the ads. I'm just yapping at the moment. But I'm pretty sure that the F-47, hell, probably even the Raptor and the Lightning have been in front of it. But definitely the F-47 and with whatever the FAX is going to be. But our arms, we're armed with 90 AIM-9M Sidewinders. And I do have some mods on this. So the we got 36 Mark 84 unguided bombs. 32 AIM-120 AMRAAMs on the 4 AAM variation. And I switched out the Mavericks for, because originally it would have 48 AGM-65 Mavericks for 4 AGM. However, I found a mod that swapped those out for the CBU 87. The SFFS. We're going to take that. Because why not? Yeah, so parts. Laminar flow is essentially a trademark of new comms Delphinius line, as well as the Fornius, which clues us and even more that the Fornius is made by either Newcom or her predecessor. Yeah, I always thought that Newcom made the Fornius. Which, if I was going to play Ace 3, given the choice between General Resource or Newcom, I would probably ally with Newcom. Just because the planes, I think I would like better. And I don't think Newcom is as evil as General Resource. Justice for Nemo. Yeah. Just want to say. I have no idea. I've never played Ace 3. I know very little about the story. I know Nemo is an AI, but I don't know who sides with who. And here's the thing. I don't know if I'm ever going to play Ace 3. Ace 3 does not seem like my kind of game, to be honest. Both in terms of world building, and Sly had mentioned that if I get frustrated by Ace 5 and Ace X homing, don't play Ace 3, because I might throw the computer out the window. Newcom pack is pick a sister. Resource path is buddy. Like Pixie Buddy? Okay. And now that everyone's back from ads, we're going to take a look at the skins. So, the Osea skin here is your average Hill Gray F-16. The Aruja skin is the F-16I IDF livery for the desert. Skin 3, the special, is the NASA livery. I really like this one. This one is my second favorite F-16 livery, or F-16XL livery. I like the black, I like the yellow contour lines, the white nose and belly. Great. Then we got Mage, Spare, Strider, all have the Hill Gray. But the skin we're going with is Wizard. Zero livery for the win. Alright. Do that. Okay.
Convicts, stand by at the front.
Standing. Yeah, I know General Resource is evil. I know Newcom isn't good, but I don't know. I think they're supposedly not as evil as GR.
I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there.
Like close to the neutral axis than max evil.
Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, warships. There's plenty of buildings too. Destroy everything in sight. I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military. You think you look anything like military?
I mean, I look like military because I am military. The only true evil faction is Ouroboros, but Three's points that everyone sucks. Just like these. I would not say that, Sly. I'm pretty sure that Ace Combat has two generally accepted good guys. Aurelia and Demaria. I said Aurelia first.
Burn, bitches.
But yes, go Team Demaria. We are awesome. Hashtag not biased.
Dog was right. We're no proper unit. Enough with the holier than thou act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here more than I do. It's all about where you're from. Locked on. Vanessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes. Shit, we're out of time. 3 minutes remaining.
3 minutes is more than.
Bombs away.
Yeah, I do like the look of the F-16XL, and in fact, I'm pretty sure that the XL is one of the, well, for lack of a better term, contributors to the nightmarish hybrid that is the Chimera project. Hello, Zakeo. Welcome to stream. Ustio. Ustio, in and of itself, isn't. I mean, I would put them on the good aligned axis, but I wouldn't put them as pure good just because they didn't back out of the war after Directus was liberated. They kind of let Osea dominate what they were doing. And it more or less depends upon what your cipher is. If your cipher is like a soldier or a knight, okay, fine. Yeah, they're probably a lot more good than evil. If your cipher is a merc, like a hardcore merc, maybe. But to be honest, the main theme of Zero is everyone's a hero, everyone's a villain. It all depends upon perspective. So, while we don't see anything that would, you know, directly implicate Ustio, we only see it from a documenter's perspective. Yes and no. Yes, in the fact that as a gun for hire, he has been hired by Ustio. If Ustio finds his actions repulsive, they can always fire him. Now, granted, he'd probably just hire himself out to the opposite side, so maybe they're doing it out of like self-interest, but the point stands as it does kind of reflect.
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burned down everything that turns up.
Granted, it's not like they're doing it themselves, but they are the ones pulling his leash.
Strike fast. Staring at my radar and trolling, this is not my style. Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough. Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, if you think that's for the best.
That's kind of what I'm implying, Zakale.
On radar. Move
In which case, it's up to them to yank the dog's
We can
chain.
toss you in it as soon as it's up.
And I'm calling Merc's Cipher a dog because Mercs are often called the dogs of war. And his emblem is literally a hellhound.
We don't run out of gas, right?
They've got trailers full of fuel.
Trucks don't run on jet fuel. I heard diesel engines can. Quit yapping and hunt
Wolf.
down your targets. Spare
I'm
team
gonna
count.
go with
Where do you
dog
think you're going? You're approaching
in the
enemy
derogatory
territory. Return.
sense.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you chew on a bone? Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you
Because a
roll
wolf is untrained.
it's like
A
jack.
dog is not. A dog is trained.
They pave desert highways nicely, you know? People drive fast to avoid bandits in the desert.
Oh.
Vehicle down. The rise of
Oh,
smoke
woof.
marks their graves.
Okay. No,
Nice
L.
sentiment,
Gotcha.
Bad Dog.
Insert every packet file ever saying the mercs hired by Cascade mercenary dogs. Zero did it first. What is the what is it that Rot leader calls Golem
Place
team?
to hide.
Time to hunt some mercenary dogs.
Bearing 350 from the reference point. They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming
Pretty much everything in Project Wingman, other than the
The mission stays the same.
voiced
Destroy the tankers.
Wizzo,
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
or maybe it was Legacy. I was
Carry
thinking.
out your orders. Do your duty
Wild
and take
dogs,
out the
fair enough.
tankers.
He still says dogs.
Tanker confirmed eliminated.
But the point is
Burn it all.
pretty much everything story-wise that Project Wingman had, they
Trigger took down
was
UAV.
inspired from Ace Combat. Or Ace Combat did it first.
Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
Which, I mean, it's an indie game. You take from the best. I mean, homebrew D&D is literally the DM pulling their favorite things from fiction and throwing it all in the same game. I'm not trashing it for that. I'm just saying
Hostile has a lock.
credit where credit is due.
UAV. Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band. We gotta get those UAVs. Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me. You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Down them all. Yep.
Prioritize the tankers. Worry about the UAVs later. Damn.
Target detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around. Weapon systems acting up. On target. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones.
Now, was that particular tanker full of Helios?
You can't stick around forever.
Like
Find those targets.
the Helios weapon being transported?
Target eliminated.
Yeah, okay.
Jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline. How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums? Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Drop them all.
Yeah, comparing, back to the plane. Comparing the XL to its competition, the Strike Eagle, the XL is definitely smaller. I don't think it's as nimble though, but it definitely feels more stable for like bombing. But where the Strike Eagle's biggest advantages lie is
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke.
one, the fact that it's an eagle, so it breaks the laws of physics to begin with. But because it's so big, with a extremely high thrust weight ratio, it can carry a fuck ton more. In fact, the Strike Eagle is rated to carry every single surface or air-to-surface piece of ordnance that the Air Force has.
Understood.
And most of the air-to-air ones.
All aircraft return to base.
I don't think it
All those
can
tankers
carry,
will starve their drones for a while.
like, I don't know if it can carry the Sparrow,
Stick
but
with
not
Trigger
many
and you'll
things
make
carry
it.
the Sparrow anymore.
Work like a charm. If you think that's all you need to survive,
Hello,
just
Nep.
look at your
Welcome to
last
Scrim.
runs now. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Yeah, the XL is definitely the
High altitude.
better
Seems you
bomber
learned nothing
of the
in
two,
sky, Count. Well,
but
yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger.
the Strike Eagle has, like, this is definitely the better attacker, but the Strike Eagle, it actually is multi-role. And I think that's why the Strike Eagle won out. Because at the time the Air Force had an attacker, it's the A-10. So they wanted something a little bit more flexible. So
Mission was a success. There's nothing else I
Strike
need to
Eagle
say.
may not be as
Dismissed.
good of a bomber
So it looks like we're getting
as
attention from
the
above.
XL,
If any credit is due, it
but
should come to
it
me.
can dogfight.
Prisoners deserve nothing.
Gun with an aircraft. Yep. Honestly, if the Air Force had named the A-10 the GAU-8 Avenger, that'd be hilarious. Because that's the name of the gun. Alright, next up. We are going back to... I don't know. Huh. Actually, we're going to go to Long Day.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Arusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Alright. So, let's see here. Next aircraft is the final aircraft of the experimental series. I like EMV trace when it's Philippines. Just try to keep them alive by keeping them well supplied from the get-go. That might have been what Osea intended, or like High Command intended, because I get the feeling that the regular part of the military didn't really know what was going on with the penal units. Like, they knew they existed, but they didn't know how bad it got. Sly can correct me if I'm wrong. I think the reason why we feel it's so bad, then yeah, I think it's all due to McDixie. I didn't know how bad it got. Rampant confidence. I mean, it is the OC military, and confidence isn't unheard of. But I would actually more accurate, or I would more likely say plausible deniability. On messaging. All right. Anywho, it's okay, Savit. The distraction was warranted. But anywho, the aircraft that we're doing next, it's the last aircraft in the experimental series, the FB-22 Strike Raptor, a stealth fighter based on the early model F-22 with improved explosive firepower. Its main delta wings allow it to take on a greater weapon reload, improving its anti-ground offensive capabilities over the original model without losing any of its anti-air capabilities. I'm going to say that's a lie. This thing is not as good as air-to-air as the Raptor is. Let's look at some real strange stuff. The FB-22 was a proposed variant of the Raptor by Lockheed Martin. It was proposed in 2001, but before any prototype could be constructed, it got canceled in 2006. Is the A to A bar 22 makes out? Well, let's find out. No. Close. But no. But as Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z Abridged says, power levels are bullshit. So these stat bars, they're bullshit. Stealth fighter. It's just a marketing bluff considering this is a legit air-to-ground Raptor. Yeah. I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z Abridged of late, and I don't regret it. I love that show. It's so funny. Yeah, this is definitely an attacker. However, I wouldn't call it a true multi-role, but it can defend itself in the air a lot easier than other attackers. But we are armed with oh my god. Might have eaten that steak dinner a little too fast because I'm hiccuping now. We got 136 AIM-9M sidewalkers. We are also armed with 52 GBU-39 advanced small diameter bombs. 28. As far as I can tell, the model of this is the VFDR-FVC long-range air-to-air missile. We get 28 of those. I think it was a proposed solution to the fact that America no longer has a mass-produced long-range air-to-air missile. I mean, the AMRAAM is a good missile, but compared to the MBDA Meteor or the AIM-54 Phoenix, the AMRAAM literally falls short in terms of range. However, as far as I know, Raytheon, I think, is being contracted to fix that problem. And then we've also got 34 CBU-87 cluster bombs. Game 20 finally reaches as far as Phoenix did. It only took 50 years. Oh. Okay. I still think the Meteor outclasses it in range. And I think the Russians, on paper, have a air-to-air missile that can reach farther than the AMRAAM. But I'm also giving it the Russian debuff, which is like a minus 20% in all of its stats due to, you know, well, combination of overhyping and bad maintenance and supply chain stats. Alright, we're going to take these small diameter bombs. Meteor does, yes. Phoenix, no. Russian paper is Russian paper. I just tend to take anything that the Russians say with a massive pile of salt. So, are they right occasionally? Yeah, I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. But do I believe them without verifying anything? Hell no. Alright, so our liveries. You might be wondering why I'm on livery 2. Well, forget massive pile, take anything. Entire mining operation worth of I can't afford that. But anyway, the Arusia skin is actually the Avro Vulcan style blue-green camouflage. Then we've got the special, which is the Proteus livery from Ace 5. Then we've got Mage, Spare, and Strider with the standard air superiority gray that I'm sick and tired of seeing. It's boring. Then we got the Flash, which is strip it of everything so it can fly as fast as possible. You might be wondering, Raz, where's skin 1? This will be painted airplanes. Oh, then you'll love this. Blue, green camo, which says fuck you. But I think so. But you're gonna love this soft. I found a mod for this. It's called Hell Beast by the Fourth Knight. Oh, and your mod. Yeah. And you can kind of see the Hell Beast right there on the tail. So I'm like, yeah, we're taking this. The shields are working for some reason. Fair enough.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a canine, a hellhound.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack. We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up. It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Yeah, the Legacy Hornets radar cross-section, well, they didn't really care about it, so it's pretty damn big. The Super Hornet is actually relatively small for a non-stealthy aircraft. It would qualify for low radar visibility. It's not true stealth because it can still be picked up. However, you have to be looking for it. Which actually would be that's basically what the Felon has. The same RCS as the Super Hornet. Which, not bad, especially for the size of plane it is, but not great either. Especially for a plane that is meant to be stealth. And sacrifices external payloads for said stealth. Because what most people don't understand is their stealth, at least in every way I can think of, stealth has major advantages and disadvantages. Advantage is, if you do it right, you can't be seen by attacking radar, so you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. Disadvantage, it costs a fuck ton to maintain. Also, you have to make a lot of design sacrifices in order to achieve it. Take the Raptor, for example. The Raptor is quite possibly one of the scariest things that fly since the Cretaceous. However, some of the sacrifices it had to make were completely internal payload. So it's basically limited to 2 Sidewinders and up to 6 AMRAAMs. I mean, that's pretty much all it will need, but that's not a lot of mission flexibility. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. I might not have been able to articulate it very good. But yeah, I definitely was referring to the payload capacity. Now contrast the F-22's payload capacity to, hell, the Charlie Eagle. The Charlie Eagle can strap on a lot more. So typically, what the stealth aircraft are used for is the Vanguard. They go in when we don't have control of the airspace. Take out anything that will threaten the other strike packages. And they bug out. Hopefully never being spotted. Every other duty, like close air support, escort duty over relatively calmer skies, home defense, that's going to be done by non-stealthy aircraft because they're cheaper to maintain and they have a much wider mission capacity because they can carry more things. So a lot of those stealth bros that are like, why do we even waste money on the F-15EX? Because the Raptor and the 35 cannot do everything. And in fact, one of the things that the EX is being proposed to be able to do is link its targeting data. Hello, Cross, GCC Burb. But they're going to link its targeting data to, say, a Vanguard flight of Raptors. The Raptors go in, paint targets for the Eagle 2s, and the Eagle 2s launch their extreme long-range missiles from relative safely, and they can carry a shit ton. I mean, the EX is approaching Ace Combat levels of bullshit in terms of how much it can carry. They're literally missile trucks. I mean, the concept is pretty much already proven with the Raptor and the B-52. Oh yeah, the B-1R. Where's the Navy's equivalent to that? The Navy doesn't have a Raptor. The best they got is the F-35. And that's because some dumbass in the Pentagon is saying the Navy doesn't need specialized aircraft. Oh, the EX? The Navy doesn't have one of those either.
This is Spare 11, launching missile.
The closest would be the Super Hornet.
Destroyed all the trucks.
Sad, isn't it? But then again, the Navy is constrained by being an actual military, while the Air Force is the literal face of the military-industrial complex.
One hell of a place. I'll take it from here.
They're a corp.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns. Locked on target. Target down. Maybe if we had some anti
The thing that the EX has over the Hornet, the Super Hornet, also. Hello, Starscream. Welcome, Strength. Yeah, this paint job is fantastic. But the main thing that the EX has over the Hornet, which a lot of planes have over the Hornet, is effective range. The Super Hornet does not have a big gas tank. And it does not have good gas mileage.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission. It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Part of that isn't necessarily its fault because it has to be a little heavier in order to, have the landing gear reinforcements necessary to land on a carrier. But the Hornet, I think, has a slightly longer range than a Falcon. Well, another thing that the F-15X EX has over the Super Hornet is it still retains the F-15E or the F-15's ability to laugh in the face of physics. Whereas the Hornet, not so much. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Eagle is going to be a lot better in a climb than the Hornet will ever be. And while the EX will not be as fast as the Charlie Eagle, it's still pretty fast, just like the Strike Eagle. And the Hornet, while fast, it is not as fast as the Eagle. And that's largely what gives the Eagle its physics-breaking abilities. If you produce enough thrust, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. You landed on the taxiway, violating HP. This will result in solitary. I'm gonna go into solitary anyway. I don't care. Mav, this is a taxiway. A very short taxiway. Although in my defense, it started me like a mile to the left of the runway. So I just went with the closest thing that I could actually see. And it's not my fault that the runway is literally the same color as the dirt. Bullshit. Bandog being a real one. Calling down on his bullshit. I approve. So yeah, if you have to take an attacker into a air-to-air mission, like if you decide for some reason to do an attackers only playthrough, which may or may not happen, I'm just gonna say it. The FB-22 is probably one of your better bets for an air-to-air. Another good air-to-air attacker would be the War Duck, SC-34. And I can count flying ass more than 8 triggerness. Well, the reason is Trigger's triggerness actually gets shit done. Trigger accomplishes the mission.
I'm locked up. Enemy base is crippled. That's enough. Go find some enemies that can kill you.
So, while initially Bandog hated Trigger,
2 minutes remaining.
I'm willing to bet that by this mission, or after this mission, he started to have a grudging respect for Trigger. And after his performance against Knee-High for the first time, Bandog is fully on the Trigger bandwagon. The reason why he's discouraging us from attacking the drones and pipeline is because, according to Bandog, the rest of Spare are anchors, weighing us down. Don't waste your time on those assholes. Get the job done so you can get home.
The enemy's got a lock.
They're bullet shields for you.
One minute remaining. Spare 15 locked.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Entering clouds.
And after Faceless Soldier,
30 seconds remaining.
I think he begins to have a grudging respect for the rest of the Spares. Because Tabloid comes up with a great idea to defeat the drones and the hacking of the IFF. Have everyone group around Trigger. And then mark everyone in that group, that tight group, as friendlies. And why Trigger?
Operation is complete.
Because he's the only one with 3 lines.
Are going to wish they were never born.
Grudging respect as he gets flat. I was gonna get to that. Full Band is the only one that he wants to kill.
That's what that gambling nut job would say if he was still here.
And Zakale, I think what you're saying is what finally gets Bandog to come
Laugh already.
around and face a soldier. Because when Tabloid
Some welcome.
calls for everyone to form up around Trigger, because Trigger looked out for them, they trust Trigger, therefore they follow, and finally start acting like an actual military unit. And so Bandog's like, okay, they want to, if they're willing to get their head in the game, I'll do it too. And the reason why I think he picks Count to shoot down Full Band instead of Trigger is, at this point, I'm pretty sure Bandog has decided that Trigger is not an actual convict. He doesn't belong here. And there's no way he's going to add a black mark to Trigger's record if he can help it. Back, missed a lot because failing multitask. Yeah, I hate multitasking too. And as for Count, he doesn't respect Count because Count's a lying fraud. Also, Count's a glory hound. So, trick Count into killing Full Band. Count's not going to question a damn thing. And this makes more sense versus the cut version where you shoot down. Yeah. And if Count shoots down Full Band, well, I mean, Bandog doesn't give a shit. And if Count tries to, say, hey, no, wait, you marked him as an ally, who's going to believe a liar? A convicted fraud? No one. All right. We're going to take a little bit of a break. I need to use a little pilot's room. He knew too much. No, he did too much. Everyone hears it. Yeah. But I'll be right back. And go get drinks or something. I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I have returned. So I might need to get the stash restored mod eventually. Okay, so the next one, we are done with the experimental aircraft series. So now we're going to head to the cutting edge aircraft series. And our first mission will be Anchorhead Raid. All right, so our first aircraft in the cutting edge series is the F-2A Super Kai, a modernized multi-role support fighter based on the F-2 Viper Zero. It retains the F-2's excellent strength and interdictions at sea, but has been improved to handle both aerial and anti-surface combat, making it great for a variety of mission types. This is heavily based off the F-16 Block 60 variant with the conformal fuel tanks. It's based off the Mitsubishi Viper F-2 Viper Zero, but using the Block 60's conformal fuel tanks. That's what I meant to say. Real strange data. You've got yeah. Testing out for all the DLC things. Yeah. But this was made by Mitsubishi. It was proposed in 2004. F-35, and its operator would have been the Japan Air Self-Defense Force. However, it was rejected in favor of the F-35 program. But we are armed with 122 all right, thank you for the alert cross. We are armed with 122 AAM-3, the Japanese homegrown variant of the Sidewinder. We're also armed with the ASM-3 LAS, or anti-ship missile. At least I think this is the ASM-3. So we get base of 20, but I have a part that ups the ammo count. We're also armed with 42 of the AAM-4s, which is the Japanese equivalent of the AIM-120 AMRAAM. And then we're also armed with the ALQ-131. We get 12 charges of the IEWS. But we're going to start out with the anti-ship missile. As for our parts, got Sidewinder damage, range, and homing. And I'm surprised it didn't go with homing. With that. Mistake. Super Kai's upgrade. Yeah, they probably should have upgraded the existing F2As to the Super Kai, while also acquiring the F-35. I would have bought a few F-35s, not a lot, maybe enough for, you know, like maybe 10 or so. 2 flights with 2 spares. But Japan probably doesn't need that many F-35s. And then have the remainder of the Super Kais fill the bulk of the workhorse duty. Because stealth planes should not be your workhorse plane. They just shouldn't. Oh no, brownouts suck. Welcome back, Soph. Just in time for ads. But yeah, let's look at the liveries. So, for liveries, I do have one skin mod, but the first one is based off the JSD Blue, Marine Blue. I really like this one. I just love the JSDF Blue in general. That's why I got the skin mod for it for the F-15J. For the Aruja skin, I actually have a skin mod. They're actually, at the time when I was looking, there weren't that many good F2 Super Kai skin mods. B&C, since they're building their carrier fleet responsible. Oh. Yeah. If they can get a Kato bar carrier, that'd be very impressive. If they do, they should name it the Akagi. Yeah, I really like this one. This one is the UEPO by Viper Lass. Then we've got the special, which is I'm not really sure what this is based off of. Looks interesting. Then we've got the Mage, Spare, Strider. And then the Tiger Skin is Blue Tiger Stripes. I didn't know this, but this is actually based off of Polish Air Force's F-16 Tiger demo team. So, like the Polish version of the Thunderbirds. Which I find that interesting. Kaga, Soryu, and Kiryu. First, the Akagi class supercarrier, nuclear supercarrier. Yeah, not gonna lie, I'd be really impressed and proud if the Japanese finally reclaim their mantle as a naval power with the Akagi class nuclear supercarrier, but at the same time, they should probably keep them away from Enterprise. Because by the time CVN-80 is built, she will have CV-6 steel in her construction. I don't know how the spirit of CV-6 is going to handle another Akagi. And a lot of people like to say that, no, the Zuikaku was, you know, Enterprise's foil and rival. I'll grant you that her story was very similar to Enterprise's in the sense that she always survived at the end and was there for most every battle. But the thing is that Zuikaku never actually fought Enterprise. Not directly. And I don't think that Enterprise would have viewed Zuikaku as like an actual rival. Imagine that if it happened. The Akagi class be US manufactured class carrier based on the Gerald R4 class. I mean, that's not a bad way to go about it.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Take a proven carrier design, and then just adapt it for your own use. Yeah, it makes sense.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Luco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger, but the juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys!
Also, I know technically the ships themselves are just inanimate objects,
Forget about your manners.
but
All right, where's my artisanal
as I once said in like a comment stream, I forget which platform it was on,
Defense system was destroyed before
but someone was like,
to make things easier later.
do ships have a soul? And I was like, no, but their crews give them a soul.
Operation Dominoes is going as planned.
I mean, it's very charming. Proven design upgraded with the latest sense of communication for adaptive uses. Telesailor first. I know. I mean, I am very much of the fact that of the opinion that immediately after launch, a ship doesn't have a soul yet. But once she gets a crew and sets sail on her maiden voyage, she gets one. But yeah, that mindset is exactly how Japanese got the F2 Viper Zero ships that sold. Lexington did. I would say Enterprise did as well.
How many are there? Like 1,000 enemies against 4 of us? We'd probably need to multiply that by 10. That's fine by me. That's a lot of ships lost. Make a fortune with some more silver. Why stock in salvage companies while you can?
Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons.
But I mean, I think there's a reason why in most naval traditions the ship is referred to as a person, whether it be a she or a he, but the ship is personified. I consider them one soul, but with multiple vessels. Because CVN-65 was constructed with CV6's steel. And CVN-80, which is CVN-65's replacement, is going to be built with CVN-65's. So I even consider CVN-80 the same soul. She is merely passed on. Yeah, Enterprise will never be forgotten. At first, due to her combat, but then later, due to a couple of legacy names. First, a small, at the time, car rental company that has become, well, definitely national, possibly globally known, named Enterprise. And Enterprise Rent-A-Car was named Enterprise because its founder served aboard CV6 during World War II. How do you know this? Because I worked for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. They told us that in the orientation. Yeah, that's why it's Enterprise. The founder wanted to honor his old ship. And then the more famous one, Star Trek, that Enterprise is also named after CV6 because Gene Roddenberry, while he didn't serve aboard her, because I think he was Army Air Force, he was so impressed by the ship, about her tenacity, her ability to survive when all else failed. What the fuck? Shoot the ship, not the building. But he was so impressed by the tales and story of CV6 that he's like, yeah, I'm going to name my spaceship in my sci-fi show Enterprise. Because her real life story is better than anything I could write. And as we all know, that little sci-fi show called Star Trek kind of became ingrained in not just American culture, but Western culture as a whole. For better or worse.
Sending coordinates. Target confirmed down. The man you just killed, Captain
Shit.
was the main reason
I'm not gonna reach yet.
threat.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed.
Awesome. Keep it up, Trigger.
Come on.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply. Return to
Got him!
operation area.
Ha!
Target confirmed down. Samuel Gringon,
I didn't know the first one had launched.
make your landing check.
But yeah, as
Lower airspeed.
Captain Picard said in one of the best TNG episodes. Hell, one of the best episodes of television in general. Yesterday's Enterprise. Let us make sure that history never forgets the name Enterprise. Yeah, that's definitely true. In fact, Enterprise's legacy is so powerful that the first space shuttle was originally supposed to be named Constitution after the USS Constitution and the country's founding document. However, when the public heard about this, everyone wrote to their congressman to bully NASA into changing the first space shuttle's name from Constitution to Enterprise.
Arusia's naval stratagem will lose its edge.
Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet with Aegis vessel Metis and battleship Dysnomia numbering among them.
Well, I'd assume Enterprise has a massive effect on Japanese culture as well. They're the ones that gave her one of her nicknames, the Gray Ghost, because they were convinced they killed her multiple times. And given Japan, Imperial Japan's warrior culture, Lexington is the Blue Ghost. Both of them are ghosts, but different colors.
But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
I knew you'd say that.
I'm gonna call in on 3 strikes. Go 2. Stay with me.
Taking out quite a few of them. There's still some left.
That the
Our expectation. You sound downright ecstatic. All right, Trigger, let's go get him. Came in for a picnic, found ourselves in a
Avalanche is your sub to Twitch on the server. The various roles are allied support, which is just general. Yay, you're here, and you're verified as human.
Stay sharp. There's something amiss.
Sky Kid is the VIP. Namely, you've been around for a while. You show up to almost every stream, which reminds me, Ross, you probably need to get a VIP at this point. So that's what Sky Kid is. I actually know you, which is why you can send has them, because I've known them since third grade. That's fair. Avalanche is tier 1 Twitch sub. Warlock is tier 2. Windover, I think, is tier 3. Shamrock is the mods. Ghost Eye is just announcements. and Talisman,
Control tower. Make
the
your landing
admin.
check.
Which
Too
one?
fast. Lower airspeed.
VIP? I don't know.
Bank right.
I honestly don't really know what powers mods have. I probably should figure that out. Yeah, VIP. If you can, go ahead. If you can't, don't worry about it. I'll do it after stream. But yeah, Ross has been showing up almost every day. Like, both you and he are showing off your watch streaks.
Strider 1, this is
One thing to
Control
note,
tower. The runway is clear.
mods cannot have if you got a sword, you can't have a diamond. So but I think in the server I could give you the Sky Kid roll. I don't know.
Lucian, head back. I want that 100% survival rate.
Roger that. I'm
Yeah,
pulling out.
that be what the Discord was.
I'm counting on you. Missile!
Bandit behind you.
They took out
Motherfucker! Those VLSs. God damn. There is no checkpoint, so.
I can almost touch the water. Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Wilco, I'll need their hearts out.
Pains in the
Whoa, Trigger, don't you dare get the juicy stuff before I do. Where's the attack coming from? Nice, Trigger. There's no enemy movement yet.
Gobble up all the high-value targets.
Yeah, I think I
Figure
got
out your
hit
manners.
by like
All right, where's
2
my
or
team
3
so
VLSs at once.
far? Had to stay behind last
Because
time.
they
This is
launched
gonna
in
be
like
a walk in the
triple
park.
volleys.
Warm up to get back in the game.
AA defense system was destroyed before it was activated. This will make things easier later.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
And all right, Ross, take care. And unfortunately, just like the F-16, the F-2 is kind of a lightweight in terms of defense. It is not durable.
Resistance from enemy air defense is confirmed. Keep on dining. Just don't pay for it.
Righto. Begin firing Sam. They think they've already won. Now's our chance. Now time for a counterstrike. These early online ships are a pain.
Shit.
If only we had anti-ship missiles by the truckload. Dockyard base taking damage from airstrikes. This is definitely the work of flight strikes. Reject my report if it works. What's the NGO?
Well then, let's take a peek what the ones they left behind.
Shaking off
It's like the Varklock notes. Yeah, yeah. That is definitely a strat. And one that may or may not appear on screen when we get to the Varklock.
Give me a damage report. Missile, invade.
But that's not for a while.
Monty.
Okay.
Don't let him hit the port.
Behind the enemy. Enemy has a lock. Punch 2.
Evading!
Splashed.
Enemy fleet up ahead.
If this size fleet were head to Farbanti, OCO would have a tough fight.
Well, looks like it's gonna be the 3 of us. Ready, counted trigger?
You betcha. Not a single ship.
Out of flares, we're gonna get flares.
Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes. Strider 1, this is
Alright.
Strider 1, this is... Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes to shoot them down.
Strider 1, locked on target. Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons bay.
Lieutenant General Shepard, we have a status report. 50% of the enemy forces have been neutralized. That's mostly the work of three strikes. Justice operation doesn't rely on our ace pilots. You won't have many on board unless you can convince them that we don't need three strikes. Yes, sir. Don't let your guard down, guys. 100% survival rate. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all going home together.
All right. We've wiped out most of their forces in the urban area.
I still see some ships moving. Trigger, let's go for those.
There's no need to go through the whole menu. Focus on the juicier
I mean, there's no
targets.
need to go for the whole
Roger that.
thing, but
Go, Trigger.
I'm hungry.
Ships in order, still operational.
Watch as they hit the bridge. Fucking hell!
Report with scrap metal at this rate. This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike on the helicopter carrying our target. Target is Vice Chief of Naval Ops, Rear Admiral Samuel Prynn, sending coordinates.
Laugh it up,
Aircraft, data link the intel.
son of a bitch!
On team. If you have a visual on the
Damn bridge!
Target confirmed down. Samuel Prynn gone, Arusha's naval stratagem will lose its edge. Our ships have either been sunk or stalled. Somebody do something about those bastards up there! This is Shepard. Seems three strikes is showing a stellar performance.
Oh, and it's spelled Shepard like from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So he's the bad Shepard.
Certainly not the result I predicted. I'm sorry, sir.
Watch that miss.
Watching traffic flare supply.
Asshole.
Sorry, guys, but your cruise has been canceled.
Four MiG-31s approaching. They're fast. These guys are interceptors. Bearing 310, altitude 2000.
Alright. We're gonna switch to the AAM-4s.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is...
Confirming additional hostile ground forces.
They only fired at 20 RPM. How are we supposed to hit them?
If you want to go back to resupply.
Damn it! Where are reinforcements? We are the reinforcements.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed.
Keep it up, Trigger.
Returning to base. No Shepard, I have lost control.
Bandits coming from the northwest. They're in large numbers. 8 Su-37s.
Get off my tail! Asshole!
This is Tucker 04 requesting airstrike. Sending coordinates.
Good. We reduced enough of the enemy forces. Job well done.
That prime rib and truffle soup sure were good. But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
I knew you'd say that.
Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet with Aegis vessel metas and battleship Dysnomia numbering among them.
I would say that calling the Kirov class a battleship is a bit of a stretch.
Prepare for anti-air combat. Orther drone has reached the target. Captain, we're starting to guide...
It is heavily armored. It's a big ship. But it doesn't really have much in the way of guns. It's mainly a missile boat. And I mean, I might be a naval elitist here, but when I think of battleships, I'm thinking of big battle wagons that are armed, like big armor, big guns. It's like the Iowas, which coincidentally, the only reason why the Kirov even rates any notice whatsoever,
Strider 1, this is control.
given its service history,
Ready for anti-air combat. 3 strikes
is the
performing
fact
all
that
of our expectations.
its mere existence scared NATO enough that the U.S. Navy pulled the Iowas out of the mothball.
Found ourselves in a marathon. I thought you said this was gonna be
That would have been amazing if it was a reshoot.
Take walks to
Both because we would finally have a non-American battleship class model in the game. But also, Arusha is basically France,
watch the banner on your tail.
culturally speaking. It also has some Indochina, but Indochina was a French colony, so yeah.
There's something amiss. You want a piece of me? You got it.
One down.
Also, the Richelots are famous in World War II, being operated by the Vichy Trench, and then defecting again once. Ow!
Projectile? It's a terminal guidance. Get away from that UAV. What do you mean?
contact imminent.
Salvation.
Impact of the UAV's coordinates.
Shit, I'm hit.
What? What happened? Strider 1,
Anyway,
this is control tower.
defecting again
Make your
once the
landing check.
Vichy's were overthrown and France was liberated. At least I think it was the Richelieu.
Strider 1, this is control tower.
One on the way. Contact imminent.
Trigger, you hanging in there?
Analysis shows a projectile was a railgun shell. We're currently determining the launch site.
They're shooting from beyond the horizon. That's where they need the UAV for terminal guidance.
We'll data link the...
Strider 1, this is...
Alright.
Strider 1, this is...
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Damn it. You're telling me to leave my teammates behind?
Illusion, head back. I want that 100% survival rating.
Roger that. I'm pulling out.
We got the rest covered.
Yes, so.
I'm counting on you.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed. Taking on this much naval power is an astonishing feat. Radar contacts. Additional hostile aircraft detected. Strider 1, missile launched.
I love that mod.
Vehicle eliminated. Target acquired. Hostile lockout, you Strider 1. Projectile exploded in the distance. Must be a failsafe.
Bingo. Looks like we found a solution.
All right.
Also,
follow Trigger's example
I
again.
I don't like the fact that Marigold from A6 is a Kirov. I get that they didn't want to have it be in Iowa, because Ameria technically isn't the United States, but it should have been a British ship.
Detecting enemy air reinforcements on radar.
I just don't know what British
Radar
it would be.
contacts. Additional hostile aircraft detected. Missile away. Shell exploded. It's
Tucker 04 to Lancaster. We need you to attack the designated heli.
You know, it would have been funny. Have the model of the Warspite, but updated for Cold War-esque tech.
Captain Alonso Terrigo gone. Aegis vessel Thalassa won't be much of a threat. Locked on. This one's a goner. Not bad, not bad. It's flashed. Target confirmed down. In 10 years, Vice Commander of the 7th Destroyer Squadron, Tom Von Lee, will be in charge of the Erusian Navy.
Let me feel this.
And actually,
Because it may affect by
10 seconds to contact. Strider 1.
I guess.
Projectile guidance terminated.
I just.
Strider 1, bandit destroyed.
I don't know. I kind of wish it was a Western
Enemy air reinforcements
ship
on radar.
other than the Kirov. I mean,
Radar contacts.
yeah, Ameria is
Hostile aircraft detected.
a close neighbor with Yukbanya. That I get. But the thing is Ameria is actually wealthy enough and large enough that it should be able to produce its own things. Hell, most of the ground units are British. And their troops, from what we've seen, they actually use the FA or the FNFAL instead of the M16 family or the AK. Which I think is actually a nice little detail there. Damn it. Well, that's what I was thinking, maybe kind of pull creative artistic licensing and use the model of the War Spider, the Queen Elizabeth class from World War I and World War II, and just have it go through the modernization that the Iowas. Because that would basically show that, you know, Ameria at one point was forced to reactivate their older navies and modernize them because of something that a neighbor did. Like, oh, I don't know, Yuktobanya bringing out the Kirov. Which will also explain why Osia's got the Iowas. Wouldn't explain why Ruja has the Iowas either, but you know. I think we're actually going to go with the IEWS.
Strider 1, this is
Valkyrie, this is Courtland. Package tags are ready and waiting. Count to.
This one's mine. So wait.
Also, before we go to the military, 3 strikes in the sky is not as a
Because while Yuktobanya would be a trading partner with Ameria, giving Yukobanya's government style versus, say, Osia's, during the Cold War, I'm willing to believe that Ameria probably would have landed on Osia's side of the Cold War versus Yukobanya's. Especially given their proximity. Soviet Union. Okay.
Well done. We've managed to hit the Erusian Navy's fleet and the command structure pretty hard. That was definitely a free lunch if
Yeah.
there ever was one.
The Soviets, well, Russia in general, has never really been much of a naval power. That's largely due to geography.
It's not done until you return home.
I mean, they've got a great coastline,
Stand by. Warning. 2 bogeys
but
inbound.
like 90% of it is covered in ice.
47s.
Missile! Behind you!
And in Europe,
3 is hit.
they've got access to the Black Sea.
Less goons to deal with. Do it, Scream.
But the Black Sea is a pond for them unless they're either friendly with whoever is controlling the Dardanelles or control the Dardanelles themselves. Because he who controls Constantinople
Abilities. Their missiles may hit you immediately.
controls access to the Mediterranean.
Calling out to unidentified aircraft. Cease combat immediately and withdraw. Done.
Brigadier General Clemens is radioing enemy aircraft on Ocean channels.
Too late. Trigger's already started. I repeat, withdraw. Don't want anyone thinking we screwed up. 3 strikes.
Oh, you already screwed up. You took this contract.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I'd imagine that they would be building them in the Baltic because with Turkey being ostensibly neutral during the war, no one was really allowed in or out of the Black Sea.
10 seconds to contact.
Although
Marker drone down. Railgun shell its target.
Turkey leaned, I forget which way Turkey leaned, but they leaned in a certain direction. But it wasn't official. Although in Axis and Allies, the board game, my first step as playing as the Russians
Unidentified aircraft.
is to invade Turkey, specifically so I can have access to the Mediterranean. But that's... But, Raz, that's violating a neutral country's territory. Yeah, and I'm playing the Soviets.
Altitude it likely has crashed.
You do realize that the Soviets are equally as guilty for starting World War II as the mid-century Germans, right? They invaded Poland together from opposite sides. It's just then they suffered one the top 10 enemy betrayals. And they're like, hey, so Germany betrayed us. You think you think Britain and America you'll help us fight the Germans? And America and Britain were just like, I suppose. Yeah, there's a reason why Poland does not like either Germany or Russia to this day.
Stand down. Sit.
Shit, my cola.
Also, a lot of people forget about the Winter War between the Soviet Union and Finland in the late 1930s. Which is why Finland aligned themselves to the Axis. Not because they believed in the Axis cause, it's because, you know, they were getting invaded by the Soviets.
Get the MP.
He's right. Get the MP.
Vice Chairman Edwards of the Joint Chiefs of Staff?
The
What, I forgot. One of those. It's continuation. Soviet smash Finland. Continuation. That's why they were war pact during the Cold War. Yeah. And the reason why the Soviets were able to smash Finland flat during the later stages of World War II is because they were getting American equipment, which tipped the balance. They weren't. Praise be to Ford and General fucking Motors, yeah. And General Electric. While Finland was not part of the Warsaw Pact, they definitely fell under the Soviet influence
The hero
sphere.
was suddenly a risk factor the moment the war is
But
over.
it was basically
So you murder him.
the understanding was Finland
Crude,
would just
but
stay
effective.
completely neutral and isolated.
In reality, they've no need for living heroes.
In
Just
the
dead
Cold
ones.
War, so the Soviets wouldn't invade.
Here's a question, Alex. Can we stop?
Sweden
Captain
also
Mateus
did the same
Torres?
thing, but they're more traditional.
Depends on if you treat the captain or 3 strikes.
Although both Finland and Sweden are now
Both are.
now officially
Two
part of
similarities
NATO,
exist on the same field.
due to the dumbass move made by Russia in the early 2020s,
You just
which
have to
I
trust the guys in the
believe
field.
the stated objective was to prevent
David,
NATO
evacuate.
expansion, and it did the
No,
exact
I
opposite.
still have to finish up
So
here.
way to go.
The Erusian military finally sent.
Now the Russians have access to no seas. They don't have access to the Mediterranean. They can get into the Black Sea just fine because they have coastline on that. Not even counting what they captured from Ukraine. But they can't get out because of Turkey. And now, thanks to Sweden and Finland being provoked into joining NATO, they can't even really do anything in the Baltic because the Baltic has effectively become a NATO pod. Anyway, next aircraft. The FA-18F Super Hornet Block 3. This is actually the one I like the most out of all the Cutting Edge series. That's what I was trying to say. Cutting Edge. I don't know if this has actually been manufactured, like put into mass production. I think they're starting to phase out the normal Foxtrot Super Hornets. Anyway, this was made by Boeing, as they own the rights to McDonnell Douglas now. Its first flight was in 2019, and its operators are the United States Navy. Don't have their North Pacific Fleet access, if I recall. Interesting. I mean, yeah, they still have Murmansk, but Murmansk is frozen like half the year. Really, the only type of fleet they can really berth up there is a submarine fleet, because it can go under the ice. But, here. I don't really have... I couldn't really find anything on the Block 3 specifically. But the Rhino here, I believe, is in actual service, unlike the Super Kai. Subsurface disintegrating. Nep, let's be honest. What isn't disintegrating in the Russian military? Other than their ego. But, the air. The Block 3 here, we are armed with 124 AIM-9M Sidewinders as our standard missile. Oh yeah, modernized carrier-based fighter model after the F-18. It has improved engine performance and stealth capabilities, making it excel at everything from low-speed ground target missions to high-speed combat. Okay, so when we are talking about the Hornet having a lower radar cross-section, this is what we are talking about. The Block 3 is not stealth, it is low visibility. So yeah. This thing has the same radar cross-section as the Su-57. Enjoy. So here are special weapons include the AGM-158C LRASM which is a land attack cruise missile. We get 20 of those. We have 48 Spear 3 8G or 8 AGMs. Pieces of crap. I hate the 8 AGM because I haven't found a mod to block the double block. And then in a stealth pod, we've got the AIM-120C AMRAAM 4 AAMs. You get 48 of them. But since we're going with the Alicorn, we're going to take the cruise missile. As for skins, the Osea skin here is standard gray, although it looks more white to me. Then we've got the Aruja skin, which is green and white camouflage based on VFA 125's F-18B. Then we got the special blue body with black and white stripes on the vertical stabilizers. This is based off VFC 12's F-18C, painted as VF-12's F-6F Hellcat. VFC 12, okay. What is VFC 12? Fighting Squadron Composite 12. Known as the Fighting Omars, it is a U.S. Navy Reserve Fighter Squadron based at NAS Oceana. Okay. Where's that? Okay, Virginia Beach. Virginia, okay. Okie dokie. Then we got the Mage skin, the Spare skin. We're gonna skip Strider and go to the Aggressor. Hi, Morgan. I hope you get to feeling better. Physically or mentally. But thanks for saying hi. Then got this one, which is brown and green camouflage based on VMFAT 101's F-18B. Sounds marine. And then we get the skin that I really like. I found it. And it has replaced the Strider skin. It's an Ocean skin, VFA 229 Wolf of the Fleet by D-Chow, or DCHOU. But it's based off the fictional carrier, the OFS Raptor. It's got Orca. I really like it. It looks cool. But yeah, we're gonna take this one because I like this one, and then we're gonna wreck Torres' shit.
there, Squadron. Sortie ASAP.
Yeah, I really like this skin. This right here
Well,
is my
try
favorite
that
of the
trigger.
Cutting Edge
Oh
series.
boy, I'm excited.
The
Hey,
Block
stop screwing
3
around.
Hornet with
Don't be
this
such a
skin.
hothead, Hushin. We all know what'll happen if we screw up.
Patrol aircraft sector 1. We're deploying the solar building barrier. We're also certified to fly. That's why we're
And I like how it's called the Wolf of the Fleet. Because
Those aren't the
what
sort of
would
calculations we like
a
on the
Marine
trigger.
wolf
Damn
be?
right. Same for the rest of us, too.
An orca.
They're here as predicted. Detecting hostiles. They're definitely aircraft from the Alicorn.
Trigger, you take the lead. The patrol aircraft must be protected. All aircraft, follow Trigger.
Wilco.
Understood. Understood. Roger. Understood.
3 strikes of rebels in the killing. Catch him while he's out.
Yeah, the Block 3s do increase the Hornet's range. However, it was meant to be a stopgap. What the Navy needs is a dedicated long-range aircraft. Unfortunately, the 35 has about a similar range as the Hornet does. People fail to realize that while the 35 is a very capable aircraft, it has all the same weaknesses as the Hornet does when it comes to range and versatility. It has that same strength too, but unlike the Hornet, it can't just, bolt on external weapon hardpoints as easily as the Hornet can, because it does have to worry about stealth.
Knew it. I knew my captain was up to no good. Locked up.
Now, while the 35 is just fine to be the main workhorse of, say, the British Navy or the Japanese Navy, it should not be utilized as the main workhorse aircraft of the American. In fact, I wouldn't even say that the Hornet should be the main workhorse anymore because of all the miles you put on it. We need to specialize. Because, ironically, having specialized aircraft would actually give the Navy more flexibility. Because if let's just say that if the Navy had a dedicated air-to-air long-range fighter or an interceptor, again, like the Tomcat did, then if anything got within radar detection range of the carrier task force, it wouldn't have to rely on the Hornet to launch late in order for it to get there. It could immediately scramble up the long-range interceptor. Meanwhile, it could then use the Hornet for other operations. Also, not to mention, it would reduce wear and tear on the poor Hornet and lightning.
All aircraft be advised. Our radars picked up new hostiles.
Just imagine the oldest Super Hornet airframes by now are just going, "Let me die." Like the old man, just like trembling because muscle spasms and arthritis pain.
You're coming after our patrol aircraft, all right.
Why doesn't Strider and Cyclops do any damn thing? Yeah, because no one else is doing a fucking thing. Ah, but thou art protagonist.
Control down. Protect the remaining air
Who
traffic.
killed that one? There was no one behind it.
Confirming new hostiles.
Say goodbye. Our patrol aircraft are in trouble.
Well, maybe, Lanza, you should stop talking. Stop sitting on your thumbs and do something.
Lost patrol aircraft. Only 2 remaining.
Calculations. Shit. That's on me, Trigger. I couldn't defend them.
Damn right it is, Skull. Although,
So hit.
props for owning your mistake.
Roger that. Displaying the search area on your radar.
And I know I'm giving the wingmen a hard time. I mean, I do that in Ace 5 too. But you also have to keep in mind where I'm from. I'm a Marion.
Search area and look for a location.
I'm from the only Ace Combat nation where the allies actually
All
are worth a
aircraft except
damn.
Trigger. You're on contingent combat air patrol.
Do titanium hulls even leave magnetic footprints? With its size,
Yes.
it would be impossible not to. All the deperming measures in the world won't change that.
Wait, I just... The Alicorn has a titanium hull. That's a bad thing, actually. And I'll tell you why. And I know why that it has the titanium hull. It's a Yuktobanian sub, which means it uses uses Russian sub design.
Easier if you could sing and let us know
And the
where it was.
Russians built their subs out of titanium so they could dive deeper.
The submarine may be huge, but it's still
However,
for a needle in a haystack.
the American Navy had the option to make their subs out of titanium. But they were like, we don't need to go that deep. Because any deeper than what
Okay, Trigger. Your MAD's getting
what
something.
steel would,
Waveform on your
or
HUD should
reinforced steel would give
fly
us,
in the direction where the waveform
would
peaks.
be
How did that huge thing hide from us all this time?
not really necessary. And in fact, they decided to take the durability of the
Your MAD
metal
showing a stronger reaction.
over
The Alicorn must be near.
You've set the
initial
target.
strength.
Now you just have to
Because while titanium initially is much stronger and much more resistant to pressure
Signal.
than steel is,
Seems like this is our contingency.
titanium has no give. Steel does. So when a steel sub reaches its max depth and then comes back up, the steel will contract at max depth and then expand as it comes back up. And as long as you don't do an emergency surface from max depth, but come up gradually, you'll be fine.
Target hit. Jamming buoy destroyed.
On a titanium sub,
Explosion just went off underwater.
the titanium doesn't, or it will contract, but it won't expand very easily.
Destroy the jamming buoys before the enemy
By
submarine
expanding, it actually makes itself more brittle. So, every time a Soviet sub dives, that can dive deeper than an American sub initially, but every time it dives, it shortens its life and its max depth.
Scrap them, Trigger.
So, a Soviet sub or a Russian sub
The last jamming buoy has been
will
destroyed.
actually have a shorter shelf life than an American. than their American counterpart. Specifically because of the metal it's constructed from. So, the alicorn being made of titanium means she's got a shelf
Its
life.
location is moved. Trigger, I'm sending you the search area. Don't let it get away.
Which is probably why she breaks in half when she sinks.
It's okay. Trigger's already on the hunt.
Confirming more hostile UAVs. They just launched from the Alicorn.
You can launch them underwater?
If you can splash even one, it'll be that much easier.
Like, she doesn't break, she snaps
Strider,
in half.
Cyclops, we don't have much time left. Don't you worry. Trigger will find it.
Trigger's given me so much cover and I still... Shit, I'm just pathetic.
Double time it, Trigger. Count on it. Think we can find it? This is pretty tough.
Let's do this.
Monza, draw the attention of the hostile at 9 o'clock.
You've reeled it in. Lots of
Found her.
the MAD.
That's it.
Strider 1 found the submarine Alicorn.
Yeah, not only do I have aircraftism, I have warshiptism. I just like Navy. Naval aviation, naval warfare and tactics.
Fire all missiles! Fire!
So,
Missile away.
like, originally I thought, yeah, titanium would be great because the sub would be able to go deeper. And then I read up on titanium itself. It's like, it's a very brittle metal.
Report the results.
It doesn't give. That's what gives it its strength. I was like, wait. Subs contract when they dive because of water pressure.
Did we get him?
The Russians unintentionally crippled their subs.
Alicorn spotted. It's surfacing.
Alright, my rant's over. I just thought it was funny.
Surfacing. We haven't sunk it. It's attacking our fleet. Son of a... Didn't hit us. What? You're wrong, Count. Back them into a corner. They're vulnerable now that they've surfaced. Follow up on Trigger. Understood. Wilco.
Roger.
Wilco. Roger. Prepare a managed ship. We can't train it. Evacuate. Destroyer Seagull is each vessel carry. Order is abandoned ship. Be lost at the bottom of the sea. Allow our perseverance to be desecrated.
Okay.
You're being locked onto by the railguns. Increase your speed and run, Trigger.
One of those railguns hits us when we torn into a million pieces. They'll be looking for aircraft as well. Don't flutter about. Throttle up. Fire!
Strider 1
One
destroyed
railgun's
a
down.
railgun.
Awesome. That's one horn snapped off. Direction on main guns. It's right.
The Alicorn fired its railguns.
It's using its main guns for anti-air combat.
Oh, you think those are the main guns. That's cute.
The shutdown patrol that have been launched. There's no need to retreat. We'll have to kill them all if we are to live. If you wish to live...
Although with current technology, even strange rail technology, a ship-mounted railgun
Enough. All aircraft,
It
position yourself to hit the
is-
Alicorn surfaces.
almost not really worth it because of power generation.
Strider 1, missile launched. It's down. Enemy submarine
Unless Strange Rail has very, very good capacitors. Smaller railguns.
railguns have locked onto you. Increase your
Oh, I know it's nuclear power. It'd have to be nuclear power. But oh, it's got 2 reactors. That being said, even then, with current tech,
The Alicorn has
it's
launched
still not as practical as just a normal gun.
Guys, they're just damn crazy.
Due to just how power inefficient railguns are
we've seen.
at the moment.
Strider 1, bandit destroyed.
So even a nuclear-powered vessel would likely have to cut power or reroute power from other systems in order to fire the damn thing.
Enemy submarine diving.
I'm not saying that they couldn't do that, but this fight here, well, like I said, even Strange Real levels of tech, it's pushing it. With the amount of bullshit the Alicorn's able to do while firing railguns, even the smaller ones.
The Alicorn has surfaced. Commence assault. We lost a patrol aircraft.
And I know they call the EML a railgun, but I'm convinced that the EML on the aircraft, like Nosferatu and the Strike Wyvern, I think those are actually more accurately considered coil guns, because they have a solid barrel instead of rails. Also, coil guns are a lot more power efficient. They don't. They can't do as much damage.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Fair, but I don't know if Chandelier is technically a railgun. Because when we fly into it, it doesn't have any rails. And in fact, we fly out the breach. I think the Chandelier is a conventional gun that fires self-propelled warheads.
Alicorn surfacing.
Also, I got distracted killing the drones. I forgot that the Alicorns did.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Strider 1, nice work.
UAV is down.
Now, the arc light might actually be a railgun. I'd have to look at the model again. The railguns on the Hornet and the Flanker, yeah, I'm pretty sure those are actually railguns. Because they do have rails. But that's just going to have to be Strange Real Belkin Witchcraft. Because I don't understand how that would work on a non-nuclear powered aircraft.
We destroyed all of the SAM sites.
Yes, sir.
The Alicorn is diving.
It got away.
I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. Did I get the second railgun?
That's a big bang.
I was deep in Tism. It's best to manage tracking rails. So if I can easily
The Alicorn is surfaced.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Missile hit. The pressure hold in the ballast tank has sustained damage.
Don't let Trigger hog the spotlight.
Just the fact that Chandelier fired.
Check the radiation level every 5 minutes. If you have any coolant leaks, we're
I guess it'd be more accurate to say that Chandelier's a mass driver. Actual gun. Because it does not fire shells per se.
That's a hit. Target is hit.
It fires
Enemy submarine diving.
warhead beacons.
Missile away.
There's nothing we can do once they go under.
UAV destroyed.
But I think that's one of the reasons why I am not that big of a fan of like the
Alicorn surfacing.
EML on the flanker and the Hornet, because there's no real way for it to get the power it needs to work. Like the Nosferatu, it makes complete sense. One, it's a coil gun. Chandelier does fire shells. I don't like calling them shells. At best, they're Sabo rounds. But they seem self-propelled, and they seem more like a delivery vehicle. I would actually be more comfortable comparing them to the SSTO than an actual shell. I am out of sidewinds. Holy shit.
The Alicorn has submerged. Wait for the next window to attack.
Where's it gonna come up next?
And I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna avoid the those things. But the Nosferatu's coil guns, what they did is they put a separate power generating unit where in the bottom SQ weapon bay. Same thing with the IEWS pockets.
Enemy submarine surfacing.
So the charging mechanism is that they have a completely separated and dedicated charging apparatus for the Nosferatu, which makes a lot of sense.
The enemy submarine's outer hull is severely damaged. It won't be able to dive like that. Yeah. Alright!
And theoretically, the Strike Wyvern could have something similar because it's tucked away
All aircraft.
in the
Ceasefire.
large
That's a con man talking.
part of the fuselage between the engines.
Cannot attack those that have
Um,
surrendered. That's a breach of
So
international law.
theoretically, it could have a separate charging unit there,
Weapon use is prohibited.
but
Awesome, dearly. We'll know
the
soldiers the moment
and it
we
is
know how to
integrated
fight my
into the
career.
fighter.
Not attack.
So I'll go ahead and say that the Strike Wyvern probably has a dedicated charging unit for the arc light. The flanker and the Hornet's EML is clearly bolted on. So the charging unit has to be in the gun itself, for the gun pod. Yeah, that would also make sense.
That day, and still I landed one of the two shots.
Here's a question.
Except if it's using the ADMM,
The answer is yes.
it can't use the UAVs, or it shouldn't be able to use UAVs because
No intention to surrender.
that
Stop them, Trigger.
charging unit is no longer there because the third ADMM slot. Unless they decide to only have the two top slots. In which case, yeah, they could use the guns.
It fired.
I honestly haven't seen Pasternak fire the ADMM that closely. So I don't know if
All aircraft,
he
Destroy the Alicorn.
All right.
We'll go. Understood.
if he's only got the 2 top units or not.
Can't raise the elevation of the barrel.
That's an interesting theory. It's a good headcanon. I like it. Bye-bye.
Target hit. Target hit.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I didn't get the S based off time.
Been destroyed.
However, I do have a fairly high score, so I might have been able to get an A just beating it to death with the score. Yeah. Be not!
The Alicorn's hull is severely damaged. No, it's completely split in two.
She really pulled it off.
That's our final answer.
Yeah, down she goes. Back to the sea you go. May you rest in fucking pieces. Shamrock, 2015. Yeah, I know Shamrock says, may you rest in quiet slumber. But I've always thought in my head it should be rest in fucking pieces. Don't get me wrong. I love the Agaion.
I see loads of floating
I
objects
want
over
to
waves.
land
I don't
on
think
the
there are any
Agaion.
survivors, Wiseman.
Copy that. The enemy submarine has been destroyed.
And
Operation is complete.
in my opinion, the Agaion is the best looking, best designed
That's right.
aerial carrier we've seen. And I'm including the shield helicarrier.
There are some who sent those around them to their doom. Like Captain Mateus Torres.
Isn't
who was
the
a
most
devil
perfect
incarnate.
design? Probably
There are
not.
others.
But
Others who show the way to everyone else.
I just love the way it
Threat
looks.
To cast the light. Those who
Like a flying whale. It's the most realistic. I mean, yeah. Giant ass wings with 50 million engine pods constantly being refueled by KC-10 extenders.
Quite the poet. That's a story I'm gonna have to tell.
Could actually work. It'd be enormously expensive.
All aircraft in
Yeah,
David. The operation
that's
is
the thing.
complete. Return to base and get some rest. Oh man, finally time for some munchies. Could you hand me the burger over there?
What
Oh, and
would
a knife and
probably
fork too,
work
please.
better
Once I get back to base,
would be not the weaponry of it and stuff, but I believe something the size of the arsenal burb could actually work.
treasure hunt, Trigger. Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey,
It couldn't be manned though. But theoretically, something like that could fly.
Operation is complete.
Can we celebrate now?
We don't have the capability to,
Good work.
pop shields. It could also
Mission's in 32 hours.
the drone carrying could possibly also work. It just couldn't recharge them. The self-repair wouldn't work either. Fearing. Stupid time and kill score. Stupid. Alright. Alright, we got one aircraft left. Alright, and we're gonna go to the unexpected visitor for this. Constantly refueler. Fan 36 of those KC-10s hooking up to our restock. Yeah, the only way a Gaian... Well, it can't be nuclear powered.
Hey, Alex. I've almost finished writing
If
the summary
it
for the
was
report.
a turbo or like a pusher propeller, yeah, that would work. But those are clearly jets,
Perfect.
jet engines. Those need fuel to burn
I'm
in order
still
to work.
unconvinced. So here's a
Um,
question for you, Alex. How can we do this without
not
killing
the
3
spinning
strikes?
part, but the because that could be nuclear powered. But to get the air superheated enough to compress and shoot out the back, that requires
Still
fuel
hasn't
burn.
recovered? He has, but the
I
doctor
think.
won't let him fly.
If my
Just as much.
if my understanding
longer
of
are you
jet
gonna make me
theory
Who's the self-employed
is as
step?
complete as I think it is.
He really is quite important.
We're connected. Ready now, sir.
The power just can't work because you can't speak steam and spin the turbine fast enough. But would that be enough to create the thrust? Because what my question is, will the nuclear powered superheated steam not only spin the turbine, I know that, but would it also be able to compress the air enough and then ignite it? Just through convection, in theory. Okay. Because if that actually works, then yeah, having a nuclear powered Gaian would be the way to go. Anyway, I should probably move on to the next aircraft. Let me just check something here. So the next aircraft on the list is the MiG-35D Super Fulcrum, a multi-role jet developed as a variant of the MiG-29. In addition to an expanded wing area, the craft boasts reinforced parts, has been retrofitted with a new turbo engine with more output, giving it greater maneuverability and offensive capabilities compared to the standard Fulcrum, I think. It's also would be smaller than the Flanker, which theoretically means not for this model because it's the D model, but for the naval model, they could theoretically carry more. But who knows? Spiritus. Yeah, Spiritus does look cool. And having a giant mass driver for its main weapons, kind of fun. So here, the Super Fulcrum is made by McCoyan. Its first flight was in 2019, and its sole operator is Russia. Let's see here. It's been produced since 2016 through 2024. However, they haven't produced many of them. So they are not in mass production. So yeah. Just yeah. Well, you see, Cross. We can know for sure that Yuktobanya does not suffer from the Soviet debuff. So Soviet-built things in Strange Real are more like the Ukobanian Stovey-built things. They don't suffer the same debuff that. So consider them to be at their fullest potential. Anyway, we are armed. If I can figure out what window I'm on. We are armed with 124 R60 aphids as our standard missile. We've got 24 R27 RE Alamo semi-active missiles, 54 R77 adders for our 6. There's the Alamo. Then here's the adder, 6 AM, and 44 KH-29T Kedge for AGMs. But we're gonna pick the adders. As for liveries, I think 29s are actually pretty well rounded up. Still, well, yeah. If the that's why I call it the Soviet Russian debuff. Because other nations who have had or have gotten like the MiG-29s or the Su-35s, and especially have built licensed aircraft of them, like say India, they actually work as intended. Hell, even the ones that the US Air Force have captured and use as aggressors, if they're well maintained, then yeah, they work just fine. That's what the Soviet debuff is. Anyway, as for liveries, livery 2 here, the Erusian livery, is the two-tone gray fuselage with blue rudders based on the MiG-29M2 demonstrator, marketed as the MiG-35D, but with the Bort number Blue 154. Then we got the special blue livery with light gray and light blue stripes based on the Romanian MiG-29 Sniper. Then we got Mage, Spare, and Strider. This hideous blue and white camouflage based off the pre-production single-seat MiG-35 with the Bort number 702. Also, one thing I don't like about the MiG-35 is it's a dual-seater based off a single-seater chassis. And unless you're the F-15E, that don't look right. The F-18 can get away with it, but it still kind of looks a little dirty. But oh my god, the flanker and the fulcrum, they look like I got big heads, little bodies, proportionally speaking. Then we got the Tiger Skin, which is based off the MiG-29 UBS number 1303 of the Slovak Air Force. But we're actually going with also dual seat on single seat chassis F-16 DSEF high. Blue and white doesn't look cool. I don't know, maybe it's if the main blue was not as bright, maybe darker. All right, Sovereign, take care. You can get through this. Yeah, if the blue was less bright and more faded or darker, and they added a little bit more black or gray. Yeah, it's just that main blue I don't like. I don't know why. But the livery we're gonna take is this one. It's a skin mod. And it's called the here it is, the Serdyukov by Lancer. It's also got Uke markings. So you got the Yuktobanian flag there, Yuktobanian number, Yuktobanian roundels on the tail and on the wings, Cyrillic writing. I love this one. Also, I just love the Serdyukov color scheme in general, but I prefer darker, less bright colors. My eyes, it's a sensory issue thing. Go figure, right?
Strider Squadron aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
It's a requiem. Set off as soon as we're ready.
There would be complications. Yeah.
Here we go. Do it with a bang.
Why would there be complications?
What's up? Friendly aircraft and EW aircraft will arrive 5
Especially for this mission. The Ukes know exactly what is at stake with the Alicorn. It'd be in their best interest to help Osea take care of it before the lunatic fires a nuclear shell into Alred. Because they're gonna like, okay, who gave him the sup? Yuktobania, huh? So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for Yuktobania to send in a couple fighters to assist the Osean operation. Just the, you started this, come and finish it. No, Nep, I think he's referring to the fact that I'm flying an actual Yuktobanian fighter.
Shut up. You see Trigger complaining?
Well, he doesn't talk much, but fine.
See the roundels?
That combat's a lot harder without Wiseman.
You sure? Our man Tree was an absolute monster just now.
If anything, though, Aruja should have more Dassault aircraft. Which is why I like how the Alicorn's aircraft are Rafales instead of S-33s.
It's not every day you have a battle like this.
Come on, try me. He's got more combat experience than you do.
I think the reason why Aruja was first shown with a lot of deploys and Tupolevs was they were the first official Strange Real bad guy nation. And Japan is a Western country. So, who's the bad guys? The Russians. So, for a game made by a Western nation, marketed to Western gamers, having the bad guys fly Russian planes, it's low-hanging fruit, but it's a nice, or it's an easy mnemonic thing. What's it where you can just, the term for being able to just glance at something and be able to tell its allegiance? Yeah, I know, you can fly Russian against Russian, assault against assault. But culturally speaking, the West has just gotten used to Russian equal bad guy. And to be honest, current events have not helped their case. Yeah, we don't... Ace 2 was... When it first came out, Cross, Ace 2 was not Strange Reel. Ace 2 only became retconned into Strange Reel with Legacy. But, I get your point with the SU-35 being the protagonist plane. I think, though, that was more or less to differentiate it from air combat, where the Raptor was the protagonist plane. But you could also make an argument that the real protagonist plane in Ace 2 was not the SU-35, but the XFA-27, which was basically future Tomcat. Which, I'm gonna be honest, if Northrop Grumman decides to, or if they do win the FX or FAX program and go like, yeah, so we're pulling an Ace 2. Here's your XFA-27. That would be hilarious. Because I think the XFA-27 theoretically can fly. I love clown tours, and I do not apologize for yeah, that is true. Which, if they're smart, Northrop Grumman will just give them the F-14 or the F-21 Super Tomcat. Because they already had it. But yeah, the
Splashed an enemy EW aircraft.
Nice kill count. We'll go with that one during
the Navy gets the shaft. I mean, the Marines get the worst shaft of the bunch when it comes to budgets. The Navy spends most of their budget on ships, but they desperately need a revamp of their carrier air force. But the majority of the American military budget, I think, goes to the chair force because they're a corporation.
That's good news.
And as a Navy guy, I'm not really Navy, but I applied to be in the Navy before getting medically rejected. But as a naval enthusiast, I hate the way the Navy's doing.
We're taking casualties.
Target eliminated. Go to work.
Looks like we'll have that base captured in no time.
They'll be happy to see us. It's been
I know they need to completely redesign the...
I see 3 strikes.
But the Tomcat's a good starting point.
All aircraft be advised. 2 bogies on the approach. Aircraft type Su-47.
Burkitts. Russia doesn't have many of those. Where'd they come from?
Hey, Rich, can we kill him now? I've waited long enough.
Use the confusion to kill this 6.
Like a true villain, huh? I like the way you think.
Go see it on my tail. Taking fire.
And it's gonna have to be multi-role because somebody in the Pentagon has to stick up their butt saying the world's second largest air force, the United States Navy, doesn't fucking need to be specialized. Ow! No, the naval air power of the United States was at its peak when we had the 14 for air-to-air long range, as well as a long-range strike bomber. The A6 for heavy attack missions. The in close air support. The Viking for anti-sub. And the Hornet for whatever needed to be done.
Strider 1, missile away.
Rounded out with the Prowler and the Growler. Not the Growler, 'cause that was later. But the Prowler, for electronic support. And then the Hawkeye for ASM for Cassie. That's right, the Corsair. One of the last bought aircraft. I prefer the Intruder, but that's purely for looks.
Additional hostiles confirmed.
The Corsair is a very well proven platform.
Receiving support from ESM. Vehicle eliminated. Triggers. All ground targets destroyed.
Yeah, for a bit there, during the Cold War, especially in Vietnam, I would say that the Navy, at least in terms of air power and air missions, had their shit together a lot more than the Chair Force. Because they actually, I mean, yeah, the Phantom was a naval aircraft to begin with, but they use it solely as an interceptor. If they wanted air-to-air dogfighting, they would use the F-8 Crusader, which, while it didn't get many kills with its gun, the fact that it had it and was able to turn with the MiGs because it was smaller and lighter meant that their loss ratio against the MiGs was nowhere near as bad. Also, I believe the Navy Sidewinder was better than the Air Force Falcon, which isn't exactly a high bar to clear, but the Sidewinder went after the Forbidden Heat signature a lot less than the Falcon did. The AIM 4 Falcon. Maybe it was being held back by the May and things that held back. Sacked conventional bombing. Yeah. And then someone in the Pentagon was like, hey, why don't we have a unified fighter doctrine where we would buy aircraft for both the Air Force, and then I guess the Navy can have our scraps. So the Air Force will take the Phantom, but we're designing everything else. And then he was like, wait, what? That sounds like a terrible idea. So that's why the Pentagon got rid of the F-8 Crusader, because the Phantom can do it. No, it can't. I mean, it could if, you know, you knew your aircraft and knew the foundations of dogfighting, as Colonel Robert Olds showed in Operation Bolo. Mad props to him for taking a pile of shit like the Phantom was and use it against the MiG-17s and MiG-21s in such a great fashion. Because what he did is he solved all the Phantom's problems fighting the MiGs. Because ROE said you had to visually identify your target. Well, the Phantom's best weapon was the Sparrow, which was a BVR weapon. They could lock onto the MiGs from beyond visual range. They could kill the MiGs from that range. But just in case, IFF technology and radar identification from beyond visual range was still, they were still working the kinks out of it. So they're like, hey, so you can only fight from visual range. Okay. Well, at that close range, the Phantom's strengths were nullified and countered by the MiG strengths. Which, not great. Also, Phantom didn't have a gun. Which, if it had a gun, that works real great at visual range. Also, it doesn't care about locking on to the Forbidden Heat signature of the Sun. Radar jamming doesn't care. As long as the ballistics work out, gun will hit. So what Olds did was he kind of took inspiration from the Navy in the fact that I don't think it was Olds' things, but the Air Force finally built a fighter school akin to Top Gun, so they could teach the pilots this damn thing. But for Operation Bolo, Olds cashed some major chips in and got every, because it is the Air Force has a separate thing. I think they initially started by sending their people to Top Gun, but Top Gun is Navy. By now, the Air Force, you gotta, yeah, but that was after Operation Bolo.
Here we go. Do it
But
Understood.
Olds
What's up? Friendly aircraft and
managed to
aircraft will arrive 5 minutes late.
call in enough favors that he convinced everyone operating in Indochina, all friendly
The
aircraft,
operation has been completed. Stand
to
by
be
for further
grounded
orders. Hold
except
on.
for
We still
his
don't know
flight,
who those bats were.
or
Why were they after
for
Trigger?
aircraft
They were
participating
using OCS
in
radio
his
frequency.
operation.
You mean they're on our side?
What that meant
Impossible.
was that
We
if the
respond to our
AWACS saw a
Maybe.
bogey,
They were
or
there
if
to
they
settle
got
a
a bogey
personal
on their
score.
radar,
There's nothing unusual
that
about
was
being
not a
shot in the back
friendly,
by an ally.
that was an
Guess it might have been
enemy,
that way where we came from, but
they could
you know what I'm
fire.
saying, Trigger?
They also
That's enough.
flew in tight enough formations that their radar return would make it look like an unescorted flight of thuds,
They have a spy.
which
Better
the
to be
North
suspicious
Vietnamese
than
would
not,
send
I
up their
suppose.
fish
At the
beds.
very least, we'll have to assume from here on out that they know everything that we do.
So, with a combination of the Phantoms acting like thuds until the last second, and no other friendly aircraft in the skies, meant the Phantom could actually use its strength and get BVR kills. Which isn't necessarily a fighter, it's an interceptor, which is exactly what the Navy built the
Another
Phantom to
question,
do
Alex.
in the first place.
Captain Mateus Torres.
But anyway, that will be the end of the Strem. Yeah, the other variants of the Phantoms did have gun pods after Bolo. But tomorrow we resume Dragon Age Origins, and we're in Orzammar, so we're going to be running errands for who we want to win the crown. Except a ground attack. It was the Navy's F-111 in Vietnam. Yeah, the F-111 was built as one of the joint models. And the Navy's version of the Aardvark was a disaster. The Navy hated it. It did not transfer well to carrier operations. And that's a large reason why the Navy just said, fuck it to this joint strike thing. We're doing our own thing. And that's how we got the Intruders, the Hornet, the Tomcat. Because the Navy's like, fuck you, Air Force, we're doing our own thing. And they turned to Grumman and Vought that actually knew what the fuck they were doing. Also McDonnell Douglas. Anywho. Also Friday night, we're going to be doing we're starting Harley Quinn's Revenge for Batman. Saturday is Cyberpunk. We're going to be doing side jobs before we head into Phantom Liberty. Then in Mass Effect 3 on Sunday, we're starting the Rannoch arc so we can finally reunite with Tally. Monday in Final Fantasy X-2, we're going back to Besaid so we can fight Dark Baleful. And then in Ace Combat 4, we're going to finish up the Ace Hunt. Then Wednesday afternoon in Horizon Zero Dawn, we're going to do the pre-Day Tower stuff. And then Wednesday night, co-op streams resume with the Floof crew as I begin from scratch Monster Hunter Wilds. And then next week in the Aircraft Showcase, we have one more official DLC pack to go. And that would be the 6 aircraft. The Dark Star. The F-14A. Maverick's F-14A. The F-14E. Hi, Red King. Welcome to the end of the stream. Unless you were lurking, in which case, thank you for the lurk. The F-18E Maverick version. And finally, the quote-unquote 5th generation fighter. Which would be the C-57. F-14E, bro. I said F-14A, didn't I? Oh. I just don't. Okay. How we're gonna handle it for the remaining of the aircraft? I'm gonna try and get the Top Gun DLC all in one part. Then part 7, I'm gonna try and get the End of Deception mod add-ons. So that would be oh wait, never mind. We're just going straight into the add-ons. Okay. Fair enough. I'll have to reorder stuff. But yeah, I'd estimate after Maverick, or the Maverick DLC, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 parts left. So 5 more streams of A7. Instead of 14E, F18. Oh. I didn't mean to. But we can preview the aircraft we've got. We've got the Growler. Both variants. Although I'm only going to be showcasing which variant? Not this one. Oh, shit. Check it. It'll be the B, because the A model has integrated IEWS, whereas I believe the B variant does not. Yeah. We're doing the B variant, Bravo variant. Okay. Then we've got not that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. The X-49 Nitorevno. The ADA 01B, because I think, or no, wait, we're going to be doing the A version because of its super weapon. The Adler, the Delphinius, which version of Frogfoot? We're taking the Model 2 Frogfoot. The MiG 1.44 Flat Pack, the Bomb Cat, the EA-6B Prowler, the F-5E Super Tiger, the F-20 Super Tiger Shark, the F-15N Sea Eagle, Dolphin's EDF-1. Okay. I haven't tested it yet. Now, the Sea Eagle is more or less just, I want it to happen because my favorite aircraft is the Eagle, but I'm a Navy fanboy, so I wanted a Navy variant. I know it's not... It was rejected for good reasons, but maybe Strange Reel could have made it work. Which variants of the Vark am I picking? I want to say the variant A. No, the version 2. The variant B Varkaluk, because this one has the shock missiles. The Tornado GR4. The Tornado F3. The XFA-24A Apolis. The YR-99 Fornius. The YRB-89 Nibiris, which is actually my favorite attacker. The YR-302 Fregata. The XR-302 Fregatade. The XR-45 Caraburn. The A4NK Skyhawk. The F-15 SE Silent Eagle. The Electric Lightning. I think that might be it. Yeah, that's all I've got. Just see if oh my god. Do not let GR and Gruger have the CFA-44. Yeah, okay. So those are going to be in future scenes. Totally not an interceptor attackers from Newcom. I need BS Lockheed Bold when marketing the F-104G to the Western government. It's not Electric Lightnings. I know, Nep. I know. I call it the Electric Lightning because in my head, that's how I differentiate it with the F-35 and the P-38. But anywho, that's gonna do it for us for today. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun. And I will see you guys tomorrow in I need to eat. In That's right, Dragon Age Origins. It's like I knew it, I just forgot the word. Have a good evening, everybody.